But okay, so you let a complete stranger into your mom's. How did it work out?
Solid.
Yeah.
You know what
Solid.
I'm saying? Trust your instinct, you know what I'm saying? Don't be about no funny business. You know, if you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't. But so yeah. Long story short, it was a cool adventure. Took him to two of my homies' spots, showed some love about some records, and it went on his way. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one story I had. You know what I mean? I have so many, but we're limited here. So you gotta we're on episode 27. You're probably gonna have to come back for that one.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
100.
By chance, I'm curious, did you ever keep any that you're like, I gotta keep these for at least another more, like 5 more years?
Special one.
Or you just sold everything you had?
I believe in abundance. There's been a few that I've held on to for a minute, but there's so many records out there, bro. And if I got some filling up space, I don't got room for no other interesting ones. So it's like, enjoy it for what it is and move on, bro.
Move on. So you're good at like let things go.
Yeah.
Is there a special one that you want right now? Like anything that someone could hear, be like, oh, my uncle got that one. Is there anything that in particular, or you just love music? It don't matter, just the cover.
Well, I'm still waiting for what I really want to hear is the record that I ordered from I forgot what website it was, and it was a special edition, right? So another one of the interesting people that came through, he's a writer.
Okay.
He does like music blogs and stuff. Cool dude. Came through and he was telling me everything about all these records. He's like, hey bro, this one right here, this one's special. He goes, it was like $300, right? But he's like, look, when I forget the artist's name. Real popular back in the day, R&B dude. Anyways,
okay.
He made a record label, and this was like one of the first pressings. And there was only like 3 online at the time on Discogs.
Okay.
And that's like one of the biggest marketplaces for
that
records,
type of
like Amazon.
Yeah. So he told me the whole history of it or whatever. And then he's like, I just did a interview with one of the artists that was there or something related to that. And he's like, he just released this new, like a new version of one of the old songs or whatever. So he's like, yeah, they just dropped it. They got a special edition. So I went, I got it, and they're supposed to send me 2, right? Because I want to keep one sealed and play the other one.
Yeah.
And I only got one, and it wasn't even the special edition. So that's the one I want to hear.
Okay.
Yeah. The name is Lim or Lynn Taylor. You Hear Me Knocking or something like that.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay.
It's it'll get you moving a little bit.
Nice.
You know?
Is it moving like R&B moving or grooving?
Like tank?
Like
tank grooving? Or?
Is it?
Well, you got YouTube.
I got you there.
I'll say make it easier to send you the link, but you gotta hear it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta experience it to know what I'm saying.
And you mentioned pop-ups. Was that the only time you did a pop-up? Have you done a couple?
No, I've done a fair share. You know, I would do a few in LA, and then who really gets down? If you guys are into vinyl records, check out the Beat Swap Meet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They host a variety of pop-ups, and they bring out special guests. Like one of the ones I had went to, the last one I went to, Merce pulled up with part of the Living Legends. I don't remember who exactly it was. You know what I'm saying? But they're tapped in with people. They bring people through, and it's a cool vibe. So I like participating in those. And then my homie got old school, Chaleo. He would do some around in this area.
Okay.
So those, but mostly with the same crowd, you know, because it's all a vibe when I'm with the homies. And you know, there's other spots that I've been to outside of that, and it's not the same. It feels more like commodity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
could I ask you a question? Being a vendor, being out there in the records, right, and selling, what is something that you can give to people that do want to go and sell something? What is did you ever like come across things or like something that you can give to the person? Like, yeah, you're going to come across people that want to, you know, negotiate. Like, is there something that you can give, like a gem to someone, like something that you learned or
yeah. So 2 things. One is know what you have and know who values that.
Oh.
Right? I didn't find this out until more recently. But for example, I would have a specific genre of music.
Okay.
And I would put it on the marketplace. A lot of people hit me up, bro. I get like hundreds of messages. Oh, look what's in there. I'll send them the list. And a lot of people like reselling. So when they would hit me up, I know there are a lot of resellers. They want the stuff that sells. Rock, the Beatles, like all that type of 80s. You know what I'm saying? So they value things that are popular. They can make a profit from, right? So when they see a certain genre or pack of records that I'm flipping at the time, there's no value. And I used to confuse that with at first probably with myself, like, oh, maybe I'm not going to be successful. But then I realized it's the product. I didn't know what I had. I didn't know who wanted it. I didn't know where to put it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. And then the other thing is you got to be comfortable with a bunch of different personalities.
Yeah.
You got to be comfortable with talking to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really like a camera person, or like I never thought about doing a podcast, but I'm right here talking to everybody. And it's the same thing when you're a vendor. You know, you have to be adventurous in terms of like who you're willing to talk to.
Yeah.
So that's what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? That, and then thirdly, you know, I said I was gonna give you 2, but I'll give you 3.
Damn.
The third one is just try and learn from what you're doing and just try and be better than you were yesterday.
Yeah, not be afraid to take,
you're gonna take losses.
Yeah.
You're gonna take losses. You're gonna
Mandatory.
take some good dubs, but try it, experience, learn it.
Yeah, no, because I felt like there's moments in my life where I'm like, dude, I didn't want, like you said, I didn't want to be in front of a camera. Like, I can't even watch our content we make here. Like, I get so embarrassed to like look at myself. I'm like, dude, why am I sitting like that? So I'm so judgmental on myself when it comes to things. And that was one thing I didn't want to be in front of a camera. And now that the fact that like I'm right here talking in front of a camera, but that held me back from so much in my life that it was actually, if I did it like 10 times, I would be a little bit more comfortable. And it's being uncomfortable in the comfortable, I feel like, in a sense, like, you know what I mean? Like, and we shouldn't be afraid to punch through that wall, because there's like roadblocks in front of us, and we just got to like hammer through that shit and know it's not as bad as we make it in our heads, dude. And talking to people and selling, like, I'm sure,
the biggest thing is the fear is the unknown.
Yeah.
Once you know it, experienced it, all that goes away. Doubt, all that goes away. So put yourself in that position where, like, let me at least try it. Sometimes you're going to find out you don't like it, but at least put yourself in that position to try.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, when we first started this, I kind of brought it up to him. I was like, hey, you and your brothers would be amazing, funny, dope people. I'll record. He goes, nah, you're going to be right in the front. I'm like, shit.
I got one thing to add to that. So the way I look at it now
is we need a battery.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. Hey,
about that. We're good.
This is the genuine part.
All right, cool. So check it out. So the last thing I want to add about that is you have to realize, and I'm learning this and having conversations recently with people, is everybody has an audience. A lot of times we look in the mirror and say, like, oh, maybe I'm not the most engaging or the most funniest or whatever, right? But you got people that fuck with you
100
for who you are.
Yeah.
And there's people that don't fuck with you for who you are.
Yeah.
Right? So just let them know who you are, and then you'll know who fucks with you.
Yeah, 100%.
I brought this up kind of early on before we even started. I had brought this up. I was like, bro, if you don't want to do it for you, do it for your kids, your grandkids, kids. Because one day they're going to look back and be like, oh, look, there's my grandpa. Look how funny he is. Like, that way they get a feel for you without any documentation. Because we used to take a lot of photos growing up. We used to take a lot of photos, but nobody takes photos. They're all on your phone, but you never print them.
Yeah,
so
it's digital,
it's all digital. And if your phone breaks, it's gone.
Yeah.
But YouTube, it's going to be on YouTube forever. So that way they at least get to know you and be like, hey, my grandpa was on a podcast.
Yeah, fucking, I just look low key, bro. As selfish as me, I just want to have documentation of the things I said. And then it happens. I'm like, see, I said that. Fucking, I have documentation that I was thinking about that before. That low key. I'm selfish, but yeah.
So when you get old,
but like, I was talking about.
Hey, you know what? You said this. You're like, nah, I didn't. You did say that.
Exactly.
Like, I did. I forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I hope I don't get caught up like P. Diddy. But you hear about P. Diddy, dude?
Nah.
Oh, you don't,
bro. I live in a rock, bro. A lot of people tell me, hey, you know about this? You know about that? Nah, I don't.
But I got this package for photos. Fucking, I got you.
P. Diddy's getting sued again for doing some crazy stuff with Meek Mills. You ever heard of Meek Mills?
Yeah.
Supposedly he's like And Usher's a part of that. Like, supposedly he did some weird shit, allegations, bro. Like
Some freaky shit.
some freaky shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, but yeah,
But
man.
what's your hustle? Comment down below. We'll be right back. Artificially Genuine.